Oh, that's my baby, she's the only one for me. And I say, hey, baby, oh,
Going
that's
on world with Kev Lyrics and Aviana, aka Lucky Seven,
Mhm.
and we here. We came to talk about just me becoming a father, my music, everything. Let's get it.
Love
What's
it, love it, love it,
going on,
man.
Mitch?
Hey, brother, it's good, man. It's all good. I appreciate you for doing this, man. So,
Appreciate
oh,
you for having me. Sorry for the runaround, man. It's like I've been busy, like
no, man, it happens. It happens. I know scheduling gets crazy, man. You good? You good? You got a lot going on.
facts. This is enough, as you can see.
For sure, man. Oh, she's so precious, man. So, how
Appreciate
old
it.
is she now?
She just turned 6 months.
6 months. Wow, you
Yeah,
right out the gate. Jeez,
halfway there.
man. Geez, so how was that whole experience like? Because it's fresh, it's fresh. So let's talk about that. How was that whole experience for you? I mean, going to the hospital, doing all this, and you had it in the midst of COVID too.
Yeah.
Man,
So
how was that?
it
How was
was a
that experience?
it was kind of difficult in a way as of like I wasn't able to go to a lot of appointments. Actually, I wasn't able to go to any of the appointments. So I didn't get to get that experience, but I did get to do the 3D sonogram. My girl was like, I'll make sure we get to do that together. So we
Yeah,
made that happen. That was dope. Like just hearing her heartbeat for the first time was like
yeah, man.
was amazing. Like it was still unbelievable. Like, like it was still like just watching her develop and my girl go through her moods and all that. It's just it was crazy. It's a roller coaster, but
Yeah,
during that it was just so it was that was just the difficult part,
yeah.
not being able to go to the meetings, I mean the appointments and stuff like that. But and then watching her develop, it was crazy too. It was like, yo, she really goes through all these mood swings, and one minute she's this way, the next minute I'm like, oh man, like this is crazy. But we made it through, like, and
Yeah.
and the outcome was amazing.
Beautiful, man.
Right. It was
Beautiful.
a trip though.
So how was that first reaction? I gotta ask because it's still fresh in your mind. And I know
Right.
how I was when my daughters like when I first saw my child when they go, here you go. How
Hmm.
was that reaction for you? Like how was that experience?
Honestly, I teared up. I didn't think I was going to, but like as soon as I heard her cry, it was like, oh, it was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's her. She's here now. Now I believe it, and now I see it. Like so now it's like, all right, this is real. Like it's
That was
actually
real.
happening now. Like,
That was real.
and then once I held her in my arms and I got to feed her, it was just crazy. But
Okay.
the experience of getting her here was like it was it was traumatic because my girl had to have a C-section, and
Mm,
then they had to do emergency surgery and they had to take her uterus out.
wow.
So yeah, it was
Wow.
crazy. So I didn't see her. She didn't get to see the baby, and I didn't get to see her for like 3 hours. So I was going crazy. I didn't know what was going on. So
Wow. That's
yeah,
wow, man. So did they end up taking her to NICU?
yeah. They
Oh
they
my gosh.
they had to. We had to bring her there, but like only because of the COVID thing, like
Oh,
so.
okay. Yeah,
So she was good. She was like healthy, everything
yeah.
perfect.
Dang.
But
So
they only brought her there because of COVID.
right, right. So how long did they keep your lady in after that whole process? Like how long did they keep her after she
She
was
was
on
there
WC?
for like I'm gonna say a week.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. And then she came home and then she had to go back because she was having a little complication. So it was crazy
Mm.
for her. So she's a trooper.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's real strong. Like,
Man, that's amazing. Blessings for her health, man, but both their healths, man. That's
most
wild.
definitely.
That's a wild situation, man. So let me ask you now, man. You in it? You in it? I mean, you 6 months steady with it. What are you
Uh-huh.
learning about yourself, man, that you didn't realize before since becoming a dad? What is the one thing you learning about yourself right now?
Well, I'm still learning just to be more patient, like just and more understanding, like especially for my girl. I gotta be more understanding of her feelings and stuff like that. Like, because sometimes at first, like I was selfish, like just like it's all right, it's easy, like, but not really taking her feelings into consideration as of what she's going through and
Absolutely.
what she got going on. So I'm still learning.
Yeah, man. That's a whole nother trip in itself. Like that's a level of growth that you got to get to. And
Hmm.
you have it unique because I mean, you got hustles going. Like I mean, let the people know you're a recording artist. Like you
Yeah,
have,
right, most definitely. Yeah,
like, you out here getting you touring and stuff. Like you be out here. So it's like,
yeah,
how does that dynamic work? Because I think about it to myself. I'm like, yo, you probably traveling, doing shows and whatnot.
mhm.
Then you come back to town, like, and then with COVID and everything, how's that been maneuvering that?
So since of COVID, like as of shows and traveling, it kind of slowed down for me. So
Right.
now I'm just coming up with other ways to stay relevant with the music,
Okay.
and it gives me more time to be with my family and take time to plan out my next steps of how I'm gonna approach it and stuff like that, and more or less focus on my project that I got coming. So
Okay.
yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So
Word.
let me ask you, what's the most rewarding part about being a dad for you right now? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
This right here, just being able to, like, the most rewarding part is me coming home from
Yeah.
work, and I say her name, and she just starts smiling at me like the biggest smile
Man.
ever. It's just so genuine.
Yeah. That's the real love, man. She's been
her,
here.
her and my stepson, they just always, every time I come in, like, oh, Kevin, they just can't wait to see it. It's just amazing. I love it. Yeah.
You've been hearing your voice this whole time, man. Like, who is this dude? Who is this dude? She finally gets to meet you, man. That's what's
Right.
up. So let me ask you, your upbringing. You got a kid now. How much of your upbringing has affected the way you are with your kiddos?
Well, I try to give them the space because, as well, I'm a stepfather as well, so because my girl has
Oh.
2 boys.
How old are they?
One is just turned 13, and then her youngest is 3.
Okay.
So I try to take what I've learned when I was younger, or and bring it to effect, and not be too hard on them. Like give them their space. Give them they room to make mistakes as well.
Absolutely.
So that's what I try to bring into the table, because I know my mom was hard on me and she was on my back. So
Yeah.
I try to, try to be a little different, be a little more understanding when it comes to them, because I know what it's like to be that age, and I've been there before. So when my parents used to be like, I was that age at one, I know what you mean.
I know what y'all doing.
I know exactly what you mean now. You feel me?
That's hilarious. That's what's up, man. So, what was your relationship like with your pops when you were growing up?
Well, that's kind of complicated, So
Yeah, that's fair, because I
it's-
don't have a great one personally.
yeah, it's complicated. It's not that I didn't have a great one, but it's just I didn't meet my pops like to start a full relationship with my pops until I turned 18, like 12th grade, because my pops is incarcerated, and I'm adopted as well. So we kind of lost connection, you know what I'm saying? So through Facebook, thank you for Facebook.
Oh, wow.
I was able to rekindle with my pops, with one of my cousins on his side. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
but as of now, yeah, the relationship we have is dope. It's like he's always been there,
That's dope. That's amazing. That's a big deal to be able to reconnect like that, and
Right.
for you also to have that, like, that wherewithal in yourself to be like, nah, I'm in a place where I'm ready to still embrace, still, receive that love.
Right.
And all that. That's dope, man.
Right.
That's absolutely
'cause
dope.
I can't dwell off of time lost, like as long as we gotta focus on now. Like
Thanks.
stay strong.
I like it.
Fussy, let me get this bubble real
I
quick.
know.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. There you
She's
go.
just into everything, man. Like everything. And now she's starting to eat real food. So she loves to eat. She's just so greedy.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. I tell you what, I got 2 little girls, and from birth, and
How old are they?
5 and 6.
Okay.
I got 5-year-old, 6-year-old, and my girl has a 6-year-old as well.
Okay, back to back.
Yeah, baby. So we got all of them in the same age right now, and
That's
I
dope.
remember that age, man. It's a time of exploration, and they like you said, they get into everything.
Everything. And
bro.
now she rolls over. One minute you turn around like this, you're on the other side of the bed. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, that's the other part.
Right.
You look up and
It's crazy.
they're in a whole other room, man. Oh, wait till
Huh?
you start crawling. Lord of mercy. That's beautiful, man. So let me ask you, because I mean, in the world we live in today, there's so much going on, right? I mean,
Right.
we have a pandemic, we had a whole bunch of like crazy civil unrest, we got like all this madness happening. We got a lot of beautiful things happening too, but also some craziness. What's your biggest fear for your child in the world right now?
I can't even. There's just so many.
Yeah,
And if I focus on all of them, then I'm gonna drive myself crazy. So,
I know. I know.
and it's sad to say, but it's like you just gotta teach them the best way you know how, and just and pray for them, and So
Yeah.
I can't even pick what I'm scared of. It's just everything, every day or every it's something different. So it's hard.
That's
It's
and
hard to
that's a
even
fair
say.
statement, man.
Word, it's hard to even say. It's crazy.
I
It's
know.
okay.
Yeah. Hey,
Hi,
little
say
mama. Look at
hi,
her. Hey, little mamas.
say hi. That's my mom.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, man, that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, and the reality is, I feel like when it comes to kids, and I've only learned this a lot more recently. A lot of things I've learned has been really recently. Um,
Mhm,
I mean, their kids are resilient. They're tough. Like I mean, even though they're fragile, they're tiny,
mhm.
they are tough in terms of they're not necessarily exposed to a lot of stuff yet. So they still have a level of like freedom
Right.
in the way they think and process and all that jazz.
Mhm.
So, I think that when it comes to the beauty of, a child and being in a situation where we're in right now, in general, the world, it's like as much as it kind of sucks, you know,
Right.
at the end of the day, it is also once you have parents that, like yourself and your lady, and you guys are doing a good job just prepping your kids for what's coming up next.
Mhm.
I mean, it just helps so much to prepare them for the future, man. Like it's
To
crazy.
keep them prepared. Keep
Yeah, man.
keep them aware.
That's a big
Right.
that's a big deal. So let me ask you a question. As far as like, because you said your mom, has definitely been she was on your case for a hot minute. What do you feel like is the biggest lesson you learned from your parents?
Independency.
Oh, okay.
How to be able to live on my own, and not need anyone for anything. And just you got to earn what you want to get. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
so, yeah, that
Okay.
sense of independence.
That's amazing. So at what age do you feel like that started? Like were
And
you
responsibility too, because I was washing my own clothes and stuff since I was like 10,
that's
9. You
funny.
feel me? My
That's
mom
funny.
said, "Play that.
Yeah.
Clothes is dirty. Go throw them in." Yeah.
Do
So
your own thing. Do your own thing. That's funny.
that
I started hand
sense of
washing myself.
responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, I know. That's so funny. I did the same. Like when I was younger, I think I was 7 or 8. My mom taught me how to hand wash clothes because I'm from the island. So we didn't have like, at that time, I didn't have access to like a washing machine. I learned how
Yeah.
to hand wash, bro. Like,
On those metal things that you can slide it
no,
down the,
no, no, no. This
or
is
literally
hand,
just
knuckle to
knuckles.
knuckle.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay,
And you
okay.
gotta
You
go
getting them
piece by
things out.
piece. Yeah, bro. So like if you got a shirt, you gotta go piece by piece by piece and go through the shirt, bro.
Oh wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
That's crazy, Amy.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
man. That's amazing. So at what point do you feel like it clicked it? Do you feel like you had that like even when we were like in high school and stuff, or do you feel like it kind of clicked as you got older, like your level of independence and responsibility?
Um, I can say a little bit after high school is when it
Okay.
hit.
Okay.
Like it was like, damn, all right, now what?
Right.
Now I gotta go get it now. It's like no more, yo, here, Kev. All right, I'm gonna take you now. Let's go get that.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's
That's
your turn.
yeah.
I started working, but I was always working in high school too. But I really started like working and hitting the, like, okay, this is how I got it. This is real life now.
Yeah.
You feel me? There's no more nobody holding my hand anymore. So I guess I'll say straight out of high school.
Yeah. Dope,
Yeah.
man. Dope. So you got into music. I mean,
Hmm.
we was doing our little dancing thing in high school, but
Hmm.
you switched it up. You took it left. You went the other way. How'd you
Like,
get into the how you get into the industry, man? I mean, tell the people about it, because I listen. I like I said, I buy your music. So I mean, I jam
that's
to your
love.
music.
That's love.
You got some hitters, man. So tell us about it, man.
Now, honestly, I always had a passion for music. I was always running around high school singing. I actually had a little group in high school. I used to write songs with them and all that.
Okay.
And then after high school, I just felt like this is something I could really do, like
Yeah.
as of make money off of, But then I just took interest in other things, I always tried other things, and then I just fell back into music. Like it always came back to me, like.
Mm,
So then I was like, maybe I should just take this a little further.
yeah.
And then people started really actually listening. And then last year, or should I say last year, 2 years ago? 2 years ago, because Vibe's been out for a while now.
Yeah, man. That's my
Yeah,
cousin.
Vibe's been out. Yeah. And once I seen the traction from that, and stuff's just been crazy ever since. Like I'm getting booked for shows. People want me in other states. It was crazy. I was like, oh wow, this is actually really happening. Like, but things slowed down because my situation changed. I just had to get out of the situation that I was in with that management team.
Okay.
Because it been out for me, like people wasn't seeing eye to eye. So I
Mm.
went full independent now.
Oh wow.
So now it's just, yeah, now it's just me independently. I'm doing everything
Oh,
out
you
of my
getting a
pocket.
chance to rapper right now. Okay. I
You
see
feel
you.
me? So
That's what's up,
it's a
man.
little hard, but I love it though. The passion is there. So that's what matters.
Yeah. Yeah. Dope,
And
man.
it's
So
new
how did that
music that
affect your family? Like when you start talking about like, because I've always been curious, right? Because like I had a little bit of it when I used like back in the day when my daughters were younger. I was really, really heavy into teaching. Like I still teach dance now, but I was
hmm
traveling quite a bit. I used to go, travel and teach a lot. And if I wasn't teaching dance, I was like booking my little TV shows, my little modeling gig, my little acting gigs. And so I used to be all running around. And for me, I always felt like I wanted to have my family with me,
hmm
but a lot of times that wasn't conducive, right? Like kids got to go to school, you got to, what I'm saying?
Right. And then it's hard for you to focus on what you got to do as well. Like,
Hard.
because you got to make sure the family's straight,
Yep.
you gotta make sure everything is in order before you can do what you got to do. And that kind of takes a little bit of your focus.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? So,
So what did you do to help you get through that?
well, it's just I guess it's more about understanding with your partner, because my my girl knew that this is my passion and this is what I was. Okay.
You said, hey, this is me. I love it.
My girl, my girl just knew that this is my passion. Like, and before we met, I was doing this. So she was like, I don't want to come and change that. And
That's beautiful.
I feel like I'm stopping you from chasing your dreams. So, and I appreciate her for that.
Yeah, man. So I think that's absolutely a beautiful thing, because that level of like it takes a certain caliber of woman to come in and like really understand like you got something you're going for, and to walk into that situation and understand that you're probably not gonna get as much attention as you would if you was dating somebody who was, for lack of a better word, not so ambitious as you are.
Right.
So
Right.
that's beautiful, man. So when it comes to the whole dynamic now of your, being a step parent, like how
Mhm.
long were you and your lady together before your daughter was born? Like how long have you been a step parent? Like how long have you been in that whole life?
A year and 4 months.
Okay. So
Exactly.
that dynamic,
Yeah, I was always, yeah. I
I
was like,
mean,
that was always my role. I already knew
okay.
that once me and her once me and her started dating, I knew that was my responsibility, because there's no half-assing this, excuse my language, but
No, you're good.
yeah, you gotta go full in.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. So do you feel like, have you always had that mindset? Because realistically speaking, like a lot of dudes, you walk into a situation and you don't necessarily, especially when you're younger, you don't have that mindset. You don't have the ability to put put yourself aside and realize, I'm about to be splitting myself and sharing myself with a whole new group of people? Like, how did you come about that kind of energy?
Well, I can't really say. It was just something that just came naturally. It was just like
Okay.
I wasn't thinking like that, you know. I
Wow.
was just thinking like this is the person I want to be with, and this comes with the territory. So I'm gonna take it all on, you know. Like I wasn't really thinking like, damn, like, do I really want to? Nah, that didn't never come to mind. That's crazy. Like this is the first time I'm thinking about it now.
Yeah, bro,
Like,
that's amazing. That's
man,
amazing.
like,
'Cause that means that that's a natural thing in your being. That's just a
mhm.
natural vibe that you got, pun intended. I mean, just to be able, just to be able to be like, I'm not even thinking about all these different parts. I'm like, I'm in here. It's just obviously it just comes with the territory, and that's how it is. Like you're not even putting.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So how was it? Because I mean, day one, well, actually, here's what I'm more curious about. And what's the situation with their biological father? Is he still in the picture?
Um, somewhat, I guess.
Okay, so how is it co-parenting? Because I feel like anytime I speak to somebody in a co-parenting situation, I'm always curious to know because people handle it very differently depending on personality types, right? How is your situation?
Um, I'm just gonna leave it at it's just pretty open shut.
Okay. I feel you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Let's just leave it at that. You
All
know,
right,
like,
fair
yeah.
enough. Fair enough.
Yeah,
I know, and it's a wild thing, right? I mean,
yeah.
that's one of the things because when I think about
But again, it comes with the territory, you know.
right,
Yeah, I think it comes with the territory, bro. Like New Orleans, yeah, it comes with territory.
wow, that's beautiful, man.
But that situation right there is just open shut.
Yeah, yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. So, if you had to really like dissect your relationship with your stepkids, um at what point do you feel like you started picking up things like because it's one thing to be with somebody intimately in a relationship, but when you start thinking about kids you start picking up different things, right? Like
As
just
of when you say picking up.
just different I guess the things you start learning about yourself,
Okay.
like because you said it earlier, like patience, right? Like learning,
Yeah.
like how was that? Because it's one thing, and I'll say it because I've been in the situation. It's one thing to go from you know having a baby and watching their personality grow into who they are, because there's
Hmm.
gonna be a point where your daughter's gonna go from the baby and her personality gonna kick in and be like,
Yeah. Who the hell's that?
it's just you, right? So you're gonna
Okay.
get to that point, but like in your situation, and same with me, with my ex-wife, she had a son as well. So, but there's a personality already there, so it's instant, right?
Hmm.
Like you have to. So, how did you find yourself transitioning into that to where you're like, oh, this is just a personality, like this is a new person, and you just
Yeah.
here, boom, and when you with me, I'm responsible for you. So, how we do it?
Just taking my time and just learning them, like spending time, quality time, just to build that bond, you know, because it's like, but not too aggressively to where it's like I'm the man here now. Nah,
Right.
because that you can't approach it like that, especially with boys and one being a teenager and
Mhm.
one being younger. So you feel me? You got to approach them differently, and then you also got to adapt to what they were used to as well. You
Mm,
feel me? And semi change it, like change it, but not too aggressive. You feel me?
right, right, right.
Something you got to ease into. Like you got to crawl before you walk.
That's beautiful.
Like, yeah. But with that, that's when I say patience, and that's when I was like, oh, I seen a lot of myself. like, oh, I understand where my parents was coming from. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep,
I
yep.
learned that. Like now, I learned to be very, very, very grateful of my mom's.
Mhm.
Very grateful and appreciative. Like because I was like, damn, that was me. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's just
Yep.
like looking at yourself in the mirror because like shit don't change, just the times and the days. Like the game is always staying the same. Like we've been
Uh-huh.
there, done that.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And
That's
it's true. That's really based on a true story. Like,
Yeah. No, that's
yeah.
facts. I mean, that's the reality of it. Like, right? You get to see and I mean, as your little baby girl grows up, you're gonna see
Mhm.
some more too.
Yeah, right.
So
I
just
already see it.
look, and daughters hit differently, bro.
Right.
They hit differently. That feel like I say it all the time. Like I feel like if I didn't have daughters, I would never have softened up the way I did. And that
Mhm.
would never allow me to be the person that I am today, which I'm super grateful for. I
Right.
feel like if
Same
I would
here.
have had sons, I would have been trying to like impose this like
Alpha male
yeah,
role.
exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. You know, my daughters
Dominant
came
being like, yeah,
right,
fact.
you know, talking deep for no reason. Hey, hey, hey,
Hey,
hey,
yo, sit down.
hey.
You
Right,
doing over there?
exactly.
Right.
Got my voice all strained. Like, no,
Right.
man, it's a big deal to see that happen. So let me ask you now, when you think about, because and this is like, think about it, right? Your daughter is gonna be an adult one day.
Hmm.
What is one thing, like knowing what you know about her right now, just in these 6 months, what's one thing you feel like you want to make sure that she has instilled in her?
It's a hard question because it's a lot. I want to install
Mm,
everything
mhm, mhm,
possible. Like you feel what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like
yeah.
self-respect. Like
Mm,
just it's just so much. Oh man. Just to be her, live life. Like just enjoy it. But don't I don't know. It's just a lot. You
yeah,
feel me? Like you
yeah,
these are things like and then you and the questions you ask me, it's like, wow, like I really the shit I was thinking about, I'm halfway there. Like, damn, like you feel me? I really gotta think about these things, like,
yeah, man.
because
It's
there's so much,
yeah, and
especially
oh, go ahead.
especially having a little girl. It's like I got a lot and a lot of examples to set, you know.
Yo,
Yeah.
for real, for real. And that's one of those things like as a dad, you don't think about like like everything I do now is so very intentional when it
Hmm.
comes to my girls. Like it's so very intentional because there's a certain level of understanding that I have now that I didn't have before. Like like
Right.
when you hear caught not taught, like that's a real thing. Like you could talk to your kids about doing the right thing all day, every day, but if you messing around doing something stupid, that's what they're gonna see. Like you
Right.
can't tell them, oh, you need to clean up your room, and they walk in your room and your room messy as heck. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like
You
you
made a
have
good
to be
point.
an example.
Yeah.
And I'm learning that a lot. So like with me right now, with my lady that I'm with, you know, and our like our whole dynamic is like starting to become so integrated. You know, my daughters love her, her daughter loves me, and we're like, you know, really getting integrated. So being super intentional, because bro, realistically speaking, you know, for lack of a better word, I got three girls now, three little
Right.
girls now. And the way I treat, you know, my lady is going to be the example that they work off of when they decide they want to date. And the
Right.
last thing I want is to have my girl looking at, you know, me thinking, oh, daddy, you know, out here wilding. And that's probably okay because daddy does it.
Hmm. So that
Mm,
means it's okay. Yeah.
mm, mm-mm.
No go.
That's terrifying, man. That's
Yeah.
terrifying. So when you think about your life, right? And, and
Mhm.
this might be a little touchy. When you think about your life, at what point, at what point did you okay, let me ask you this. Have you been? Have you ever had what, for lack of a better word, your piece of shit moment in life? Have you been a piece of shit, Kev?
Nah.
No.
And that's
Yo,
honestly, honestly,
you
honestly, honest to God truth,
okay.
I'm a good guy. Like I don't feel like I wasn't really that type of dude. Like I was really cool. Like
Okay.
I was more of a I'll become a girl's I'll become a girl's friend before I'll even, you feel me? Like I was more of
Okay.
that. Like I wasn't really, feel me? If it happens, it happens. But I wasn't really on that type of
All
time.
right. See, that's a natural thing you got, man. That's
Yeah.
a
And
natural
all my
thing you
friends will say it like, yo, bro, you know what? You that deserve a little girl because you really wasn't that type of dude.
got. Yeah,
Like you was really, you feel me? So I
that's
wasn't.
man. That's what's up. So
Yeah.
so primarily when I started this podcast, right? What I was trying to do is I was trying to put information out there for people in all different types of situations, dads in all different types of situations who are, transitioning into something, right?
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you, as if you think about, there's Kev out there right now, somebody who
Mhm.
is, pursuing their career in the industry and, trying to maneuver the family dynamics and making sure everybody's good. And, baby girl on the way. What advice would you give to Kev, to that Kev?
Never stress what you can't control. That's number one.
Oh,
Always gotta start with that. Never stress what you can't control. And if you Kev, just try to find a sense of balance. You understand what I'm saying? Like between your career and with your family.
okay.
And then everything will pretty much work out because it's set in the universe already. You feel me? So once you have that set demeanor,
Yeah.
and everything will flow smoothly. Trust me. Like the family's good, everything at home is taken care of. Now you focus on your other shit. Feel me? Because family's first. Even
Absolutely.
before the music, like I can't say like this is my dream, but family comes first at the end of the day.
Right.
Because if this music never turns out the way I want it to turn out, my family is always gonna be there. My
Right.
kids, my daughter's always gonna be there. You understand what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
so once you find that sense of balance, trust me, everything will work out.
Yeah. Even if you make it to the top of the hill, once you get up there, the people
Facts.
want to look around and have your family next to you. So
Hmm.
absolutely,
It's
absolutely,
always good to have people you know around, you know.
man, you got to go with it. You got to go with it. So tell us, man, what do you have coming up? Anything you want to share with the people?
Yeah, I'm working on this new EP
Okay.
that I'm about to drop soon. I see that I got you on the Zoom thing. This is my first Zoom meeting
Yeah.
ever. I was gonna put a new track that I haven't released yet.
Oh, we getting that exclusive?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'm all
Cause
ears, man.
I don't usually do this, but you my guy. We go way back,
Let's
like
go.
to the Roosevelt days. Showtime. Feel me? So
Showtime.
we used to get busy, bro. But
Showtime. Oh my gosh.
tell me if you can hear it clear. I'm gonna give it a test run. All right, you can listen to it and then you can play what you want.
Dope.
Part you feels the best, but remember, it's just not. But it's good though. It's
Yeah.
ready to go. I could put it out now, but it's just certain things I hear in it that I want to fix up.
You want to fix up. I dig it, man. I dig it. Man, I'm so proud of you, bro. It's not even
I
funny,
appreciate it,
man.
man.
Like
Real
the
talk.
first, what was the first you had before Vibes, there was another one that I was hype on, man. And I can't remember, I might have bought it actually. There's another one that I
With a
was
slow jam,
was it a slow jam? Let's see.
Karma.
No, because I got Vi. That's the right there. That's my cut right there. I'm not even playing, right? Like I'm not even playing. They think I
Nah,
play. I bought that. That's me.
that's love.
Yeah, man. No, man. There's the other one, man. But anyway, I said all that because I was like, obviously I've been paying attention to your career, man, and you've been making a lot of moves, and it's just like so great to see it. Like I talked to quite a few people that we went to high school with, There's a couple of them that's on the podcast as well, and it's just so cool to see them because they're dads and they're
Right.
moves, and and it's funny because so far everybody that I talked to from Roosevelt got daughters.
That's crazy.
Every one of us got a daughter, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So some Roosevelt.
ironic.
You say what?
I said, how ironic.
I
That's
know.
crazy.
I know. But it's
Y'all
been a
must have been
beautiful
the
thing.
players.
No. Hey, man. Then that also makes you.
Nah. See, I'm different. That wasn't me.
I was just playing, man.
Yo, that's funny as hell.
Yeah, man. It's wild.
Good times, though.
Absolutely, man.
Good times.
But, all right, bro. I'm gonna let you get back to the family. I'm gonna let you get back to that beautiful baby girl of yours, man. Congratulations again to you and your lady, man. You guys have a
Appreciate it,
beautiful,
man.
you have a beautiful family. I mean, it's dope. You and your boys as well, and your career, man. I'm following you, man. I'm following
Appreciate it,
you.
man.
So
We coming. I got a video dropping soon. I'm shooting at the end of this month. So it's
yeah,
we're gonna go crazy, man.
I dig it,
I
man.
got a lot in the works. I'm just on a hush about.
There you
I
go.
don't want to. I'm just waiting till they come into existence before I really start speaking on it. But you're gonna see a lot more. I'm just staying on the low tip, you know.
Get to do it, yeah, man.
Right.
What's in the shadows, man? Get it out there.
Right.
It's ready.
But I really appreciate you having me, Mitch. Real talk. It's love.
For real, man. Nothing but. But I'm gonna let you get back to it, man. We'll catch up soon for sure.
Happy. Shout out to all the new fathers out there, y'all.
Hey,
Y'all hanging in. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. We can do it. Moms don't be believing in us like that. They don't really be thinking that we can pull it off. You feel me? Like, yo, I went to the extent I threw my girl a surprise baby shower, like just to show her, like I
saw
can
that.
do this too.
I saw that. Yeah.
I was old. You feel me? Like, trying to show them, like, yo, we can do this. We got this.
I got you. Yeah, man. Speak for
We gotta
it.
stick together, though. We gotta stick together.
For sure.
Thanks.
Sure, bro.
But nah, this is dope, man. This is like a real nice platform, you know, for people to really get a better understanding of new fatherhood.
It's real.
That's dope that you're doing that. It's love.
Man, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's definitely been helpful for me, even personally. I listen to the podcast. I'm recording them, and I still go back and listen to them.
Yeah, right.
I get gems every time, man.
Mhm.
Like even what you said earlier, as far as like what you would have told, young Kev, it's like, man, that's a gem right there, man. That's stuff to really hold on to because it's got a lot of things in it. So I appreciate you for sharing your knowledge, man, and your experiences for sure.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Anytime.
All right, brother, man. Well,
all right.
We'll talk to you soon, all right?
The way that she move with persistence, and I gotta win it, yeah. I gotta win it, yeah. And I gotta win it, yeah. I gotta win it, yeah. And she hold it down for me, always round for me when I need her. When I need, yeah. There when I need. And she's the one for me, only one for me. She's a keeper, yeah. Only one for me. Ain't no money or no girl up in this world make me leave her. Money or no girl up in this world. And the way she got me hooked up on her love, I be fiending. Hey, for love, I'm a fiend. And I say, hey, baby, oh, that's my baby. She's the only one for me. And I say, hey, baby, oh, that's my baby. She was made just for me. Said she tired of the games and the lies. Said she tired of the tears in her eyes. Said she love me cause I'm that guy. For you, baby, my pride to the side. So many said that they gon' ride for me. I'm trying to see if you gon' slide or die for me. Maybe I'm here to the wheels for love. Why you gotta act like I'm so dumb?